Fellas, in this video, I want to talk about what I've learned about attraction. First of all, I got to give a shout out to YND. Okay, he has a channel that is pretty awesome. I've watched his channel grow over the past year and a half or so, and some of the videos he's making currently are really dope. And I wanted to expand on some of the things he was talking about in his video. Make sure you check out his channel. All right. So shout out to YND. All right. You're not only inspiring your audience, but you're inspiring other creators too, bro. So he did a video on how to actually be attractive. So I listened to his video and I was like, damn, yeah, he's got some good points in there. And I wanted to kind of expand on those. All right. So being 41, I've been around the block a little bit, and I've learned some things. I've been in a couple of long-term relationships, and I've had a lot of, the one night stands, the fun, the the substanceless interactions, I should say, right? And what I've learned too is how important what attraction really is you can be physically attractive in your face or in your body, obviously, right? But attraction is also an internal thing. It's definitely an internal thing, man. I've learned this over my years. And what I've learned even over the past, just 5 or 6 years, man, is that when you're dealing with women, man, what makes you more attractive, brother, is how well do you know yourself? Because the more you know yourself, the better you show up in interactions with women and interactions with anybody. Okay. This attraction shit is not even just with women, it's just with people in the world. People gravitate to men and women who know themselves. Okay. And it gets even deeper than this. All right. So I'm always talking about working out. And I like to say how, working out kind of gets you in the door, with women and job opportunities and social settings, but also having a strong sense of self, knowing who you are. And I want to talk about this specific point, man. Y&D brought this up, man, talking about your nervous system. And when he said that, I was like, yeah, this young cat really gets it. And I want to expand on that because I've had to redevelop a relationship with my nervous system. At 41 years old, I didn't even know what nervous system, like you hear the word, but you don't really know what it is when you're younger. When you're in your 20s, when you're in your teens, your 20s, even your 30s, you don't really even know like how impactful this is on your relationships. So I have even been on a journey where I've had to, reestablish a relationship with my nervous system. And what I mean is understanding your responses to things, understanding your internal responses to things. How does this make you more attractive or less attractive? It's because if you don't know why you respond to something a certain way, you will continue to respond to things a certain way. You feel me? For example, say you're hanging out with a girl and she makes a little comment or something. Girls like to poke fun. She might have said something about your shirt, and you take it personally. You may take it personally, and then you're responding from that place. You responded from the place of being butthurt, being irritated by what she said, as opposed to getting to a point in your life where you can take a joke. You can look at it like, yo, she just busted my balls. And you can give it back to her too, if it's that type of energy. But it's understanding how her comment is hitting you inside and why it's hitting you that way. Because even like based off my upbringing and my background, I grew up in a household where people clown, made fun of you, talk shit about you. And that carried over into my life in a way as I got older. And I had a sensitivity to things, people clowning and making fun of, are you too skinny, you old big head boy, or whatever. And it hit you a certain way, right? So that could bleed over even into when I'm interacting with a woman. So it's really crucial to understand where things come from. And what I mean by things is where your responses and your reactions and how things hit you. Where does that come from? Where was it developed? And more than likely it's developed in your childhood. All right. Now I'm not about to go on a therapeutic tangent, but all this stuff is what is the word I'm looking for? Not relative, but I can't think of the word. Anyways, what I've learned, man, is that when you're dealing with women, as far as how to be attractive, yes, your body and stuff like that will get you in the door. Your face will get you in the door. But also, how safe are you? This is what I mean, man, about your nervous system. How safe are you to be around? If somebody says something to you, does that create like an internal chaos within you? Meaning, oh shit, I gotta say something back. I feel disrespected. I gotta defend myself. Is that how you respond? Or do you have an internal calm within yourself no matter what anybody says to you? That's the difference. That's what is attractive. That's what women love. That's what people love. How does this man handle life? Does it knock him off his square? Does he get knocked over by a strong gust of wind? That's what makes you attractive. How well you can handle the swings of life. Can you take a joke? Can somebody bust your balls without you getting overly sensitive about it? But you have to understand yourself on an internal level. You got to understand the shift that happens inside you when somebody says something to you. If you can't learn to recognize that, the shift, you will be a slave to what people say to you and the reactions that it creates within you. You'll be a slave to it. You won't just do it with this woman, you'll do it with the next woman and the woman after that until you understand yourself, man. And that's why I try to take this holistic approach to things in my content as well. It's not just about working out, it's not just about looking good. It's about building yourself up on that internal level. And when I say build you up, I mean building yourself, building your understanding of yourself on an internal level. The more you can understand yourself on that internal level, the better off you're going to be because you know how things hit you. You know what makes you tick. Not just what makes you tick, you know why it made you tick. And when you know the why in it, you give yourself power. You give yourself power to choose how you want to respond. And this is great, man. Once you understand this and you can be around women and like not, it's self-awareness. It's emotional intelligence. It's an emotional stability that you have within yourself. And it takes time to get here, man. When I was in my 20s, I ain't know this shit. That's why I'm so surprised that Y&D, this young brother, like, I don't mean to keep gassing him up, but he's got a good head on his shoulders, man. And I think it's awesome he's creating this type of content for the world so that dudes his age, y'all can start to get this at a younger age. It's really about, when I said how safe you are, I don't mean like physically safe. Yes, that is part of it too. How physically safe you are to be around, but how emotionally safe are you? How intellectually safe? All these things, man. Do you get all stirred up and shit when somebody says something to you and now you're cussing and you're going off the deep end and you're not somebody who people want to be around? That's unattractive qualities. Those are unattractive characteristics. And you don't know yourself. And like I said, it takes time to learn yourself. That's why I talk about working out and stuff like that. This is a way that you can start to learn yourself. You can start to develop a mind-body connection with yourself. You can start to learn structure in your life. You can start to build your confidence, your self-respect within yourself. It's just a major pillar of masculinity, a major pillar of just you being a man and taking that power that is within you already that you may not even be aware of is sleep in there, and you can wake it up. You can wake it up, man. Like working out, reading certain books, listening to podcasts, checking out certain content on YouTube, but also getting out in the world and applying it too. Putting yourself in situations where you're working the muscle of learning how to be more, not be more social, but how to be stronger from an internal standpoint. Because the more strength that you have internally, man, it's going to show to the world. It gives you like a glow about yourself. It gives you this like, yo, that dude's fun to be around, man. You know what I'm saying? We can hang out, we can have a good time, we can laugh, and he don't ever really get like bent out of shape. You know, not to say that you're not a human being and you're a robot and you'll never have frustrated moments. Yeah, of course you're gonna have that shit. But even in those frustrated moments, you know how to get yourself back to calm. You know how to not let every little thing knock you down. You know how to not take everything personally. Not how to not take everything like disrespect. This is what turns women off. If you take things too personally, man, from your lady. I used to make this mistake too. Took every damn thing personally. At my job, somebody said something to me, just overly sensitive. So it's really important to learn yourself, learn what makes you tick, learn why it makes you tick. Is this something that, started back when you was a kid? Did you used to get clowned and now you carry that into interactions today and you're still overly sensitive about it? These are questions that you got to ask yourself. And the deeper you can go down the rabbit hole with this, man, I'm telling you, man, the more strength you're going to give yourself. And then the more strength you give yourself, you will show up out here in the world like a fucking superhero in a way, especially if you work out too. Because when you work out, you're going to develop a frame for yourself where people will be like, damn, he looks respectable. He looks like he takes care of himself. But then when they start engaging with you and you know yourself, it takes it to the next level. It takes the attraction to the next level. Like, damn, not only does he look the part, but this motherfucker got some like emotional maturity within himself. He ain't getting swayed and shit by things that I'm saying or, something the waiter did or something that happened at his job, because you have an internal calm about yourself. And this is what makes you more attractive. And it took me a while to learn this and to get to this point. It's not about being the loudest in the room. It's not about proving your point and over explaining and making somebody see your perspective. That gets us in a lot of trouble. It got me in a lot of trouble in my relationships. All right. If this video provided you with any value, please smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you know when I make more videos just like this. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you check out this video right here. I'm going to leave it floating on the screen, and I will see y'all in the next video. All right. Peace.